Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're playing Skittle XL on the Big City Remake map. And this is a new update, and so far, a lot of people kind of like shitted on this update even before really it came out. And yeah, this update's not like the craziest game-breaking fucking update that this game needed. But it was still a good enough update to put the game in like the right direction. Um, I think it's like Easy Day Studios kind of focuses more on game physics and just polishing up the modded maps everyone likes and porting them over to the little mod manager that they have or mod browser or whatever. And they just polish up the map, clean them up so then they're a little bit better to skate. But the already maps people like, I do think they should release some of their own maps at one point. But for right now, there's so much stuff to get added into this game that I think the modding community is really helping out a lot with. I don't know why I tried to grind that. At least when it comes to map creation, because if like the modding community was dead, for example, on this, then they would have to worry about creating good maps that people actually like and shit like that. And I think one big thing they really need to focus on, definitely in the next update or two, is like, I would not say like little patch updates, but like big updates and shit, is adding multiplayer. That's a big one. Definitely if they want this game to survive on console, fucking adding multiplayer would be very handy. And not just adding where you can make your own lobbies. Like I said in past videos, that would be nice, and it would be cool if you could just host your own lobbies and shit. But also make it where those like kind of like how there was in Skate 3, how there was like a free mode skating, like free mode where you could just skate around and just kind of chill with your friends and just do dumb shit. And then have like other game modes kind of similar to Spot the Battle, maybe not the exact name, but game modes similar to that where like you compete with your friends to see who could get the most tricks in one skate line, or fucking have a like skate. This game's kind of more of a skating simulator, but it would also pull in a lot of more people and just give this game a little bit more content, because this game's good on content, but just it would give you something to do on multiplayer pretty much with your friends besides just skating around and stuff. But I definitely think they should add multiplayer very soon, because the thing with me is I like this game. I could play this game single player all fucking day. But for people who aren't really like into, like, I wouldn't say I skate in real life. Like I might ride a skateboard every once in a while, but I'm not doing like kick flips and shit. But I'm just kind of into like skating. I always like skate games and shit like that. It was a fun way to pass my time, but not everyone likes playing like single player all the time. And I could admit sometimes playing single player gets hella fucking boring. And yeah, those mods to install multiplayer on PC, and the multiplayer mods aren't too bad. They run okay for a mod, but I feel like if Easy Day Studios actually had a dedicated servers or somewhat thing actually in the game, or maybe instead of having dedicated servers at first, it gets hosted off the lobby hosts Wi-Fi or some shit. Whoa, what the fuck was that? So like you just have your friend who has good Wi-Fi host the lobby and shit, you know? And it'd just be really cool if they did shit like that, because it would just draw in more players, because I've shown my friends and shit this game, and like, yeah, the game looks not too bad, but if they had multiplayer, or they added this and blah blah blah, and stuff like that, that I would maybe get this game, you know? Like, I think a really big thing with games nowadays is I don't think every game has to be like, definitely if the game's like story based, it could be single player like how Skyrim is and shit. Like games like that still get popular and shit. But I definitely feel like with Skater XL, there's gonna be no story. They're never gonna make a story for like Skater XL. Or I'd be really surprised if they did. So, I think this game is one of those games that is gonna be heavily based on making it if it has multiplayer, because that's the one thing is people could tell their friends like, hey, you should get this, and like, oh, does that multiplayer? I want to like be able to play with you, and like, yeah, you could install the mods and shit, but it'd be tricky if you're on console, or even on PC is still a little tricky. It just would make the game sound more welcoming if it had multiplayer, because then new players wouldn't have to learn on their own. They could join a lobby with their friends, and their friends could kind of show them around the game and shit. Good thing too would kind of shut people up by saying, oh, like Easy Day Studios hasn't had jack shit that is really game changing since blah 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 this update or whatever, you know. And then the second thing I thought Easy Day Studios should probably fucking add is the physics sliders and shit that I have. Like, you can tell my gravity's adjusted, so then pretty much it's not as fucking floaty, you know. Right now the vanilla game is pretty floaty, and it's kind of good to have it floaty. Like, some people kind of complain about it, and it's kind of because I think everyone's used to watching modded gameplay. But it's kind of good that the gameplay is floaty at first, definitely if you're new to the game, because it kind of helps you learn the tricks. But I definitely feel like if they added a little physics slider and shit like that, that this game would be like, again, more popular, people would like it more and stuff. Even they wouldn't have to add the physics slider exactly into the game. They could just put it on the mod browser, and people could decide if they want to install the physics slider or not, you know. I feel like a lot of the like things that Easy Day Studios is doing right now, which makes sense because they're just starting this, but they just started releasing mods onto console and shit. And I know they can't release like every fucking mod at once, or every one of every kind of mod at once. But I think definitely if they're gonna add more mods soon in like a recent update, that they gotta fucking add a physics slider. Like, they can't just be only adding modded maps and calling that mods. Like, they need to add like physics sliders, camera effects that you could do, so because people like making edits on this. Like like with me, I do most of my editing, most of my film grain editing, and I can't even learn that shit. I do most of that like kind of editing and shit on my editing software, but sometimes people like doing it in game because people sometimes don't want to like make a whole like edit. They just want, like, they got one nice ass clip and they just kind of want to make it look cool. So I think that would be kind of cool to add like camera effects mods at one point and shit like that. And yeah, I just think shit like a lot of the thing that they're adding to this game is definitely helping the game. I really feel like a lot of people are kind of not realizing that like they're like, oh, what the fuck, Easy Day Studios hasn't added this, or they haven't added too much game breaking like updates since a year ago or whatever, but they don't realize that Easy Day Studios is a small ass company. Like, though, compared to like, I wouldn't say they're a small gaming company, but compared to like Ubisoft and shit like that, they are a small production team. So updates like this are pretty big updates for them. You gotta look at the eye, like, you gotta look, how I look at it is, I don't know the exact amount of people in the Easy Day, like, that works for Easy Day Studios, but I'm roughly imagining it's like 20 people, maybe max 30. So having everyone come together and kind of make this game and see how far it actually made it is good. And it's kind of stupid how people expect the game to change so much in one fucking year. And the thing is, I feel like this game's gonna change a lot, but I feel like it's not gonna just take a year or two to have these things be at. I feel like multiplayer and the mods and stuff I talked about are gonna be added in soon. But I like, once they're polished and stuff and we get everything we actually want, it's gonna be a while. Because they're not just gonna want to put out shit. They're gonna actually want to try to do their best and make it actually work, you know? And with a small group like that, over time, yeah, the production team could get bigger, they could hire more people, so then we might get updates out faster and shit like that. But at the moment, they're a pretty small team. And this game, yes, it got kind of pushed to a hella early to be a full game. It's still technically early access, but the only way to get it onto consoles was to release it as a full game. So that, yeah, that's kind of how it's going. So people are trying to look at this game as a full game when technically this game is still in like beta, like maybe a late beta. And games like, I don't know if a lot of people have played this, but games like Rust was like, or even Minecraft's a good example. Those games were like, they were good, but they were dog shit when they first came out. And then slowly over like years and years of updates, the games started getting really good and started picking up. And I just think if Easy Day Studios just plays this smart, they don't go fucking bankrupt, which I hope they don't. I feel like they're hopefully doing good. I don't know. I hope COVID's not fucking them over. But and just keep on like working hard on these updates and actually be dedicated to this game as much as the community is and people who make mods for this game. I feel like this game's gonna go pretty far. But besides that, I don't know, today's video I kind of rambled and didn't really talk too much about this map. I kind of want to get those ideas out about the new update and shit like that, because a lot of people have been kind of shitting on this update, and it's whatever. You could call me a Skater XL fanboy or whatever you want to call me, because yeah, I kind of am. I really like this game. I want to see this game make it. I want to see this game fucking go. Like, I want to play this game from the very beginning, and then like, I don't know, in 5 years be playing this and be like, oh my god, this game changed so much and shit. Like, and actually have the people who are working on the game stick with the game and update it, because I bought games like Pipe BMX and shit, and those games, like, yeah, they're fun, but the fucking developers stopped working on the game and shit like that. So I definitely think like a game's really not dead until the developer stops working on it. So I think as long as they keep working on this game and adding in good updates and listening to the community, fixing bugs, and yeah, just listening to what the community wants, I think they're gonna make it. This game has a lot of chances of being good. Yes, it's not Skate 3. Yes, it's not Tony Hawk. But I feel like in a good way, I feel like that's in a good way. Because yeah, Skate 3 was fun. Tony Hawk's fun. But Skater XL is its own kind of fun. Like, and I'm kind of happy that this game took its original path. Definitely with the controls and shit like that. But I don't want to make this video hella long and shit like that, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.